Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be having pork wonton egg noodles and fried shrimp balls. So let's dig in because I'm starving. Alright, so I double checked to make sure that it's recording because for those of you that follow me on my Instagram, I posted on Tuesday the same exact meal. Not exactly, I switched it up a bit, but I ate the whole thing, and it was double amount of the food I got today, and it wasn't recording. So it was a very sad, self-defeating moment. But yeah, so I got half the amount because on Tuesday I realized there was a lot of food, and with soup it's kind of hard to save. So I guess it was kind of a good thing, you know. So here is, there will be wontons and like fish cakes, fish balls, and pork. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour the soup inside. I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like before I do that. I was kind of more prepared last time though, because I got like these glass bowls and it made everything look more pleasing, but today I just had to use the bowl that it came in. So I hope it doesn't fall over or anything. Oh my gosh, I hope the noodles will come apart easily. I think I'm just gonna have to move it around and whatnot, but let's just go ahead and take some bites so there's more room in here. Okay, so right now it looks kind of unappetizing, but all right, so I'm just gonna take this because this already looks like it's gonna make everything fall. Oh my gosh, you guys, do you see it's about to tip? Is it tipping? It's tipping. That was not a good idea. I'm gonna slurp it. Okay. Oh my gosh, I did not plan this out well. I have work. I think I'm gonna be late for work, but it's okay. So I'm just gonna take a bite into this beautiful piece of, I think it's chicken. No, it's not. It's duck. Mmm. 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 For those of you that never had duck, it's so good. The skin is so good, and also the meat is always tender. It's so bomb. All right, so I'm just gonna eat it. I'm just gonna take some noodles out because it's causing too much trouble than it's worth. So I usually don't go for egg noodles. I usually go for rice noodles because I'm not usually a fan of, especially the thin egg noodles. If you guys have ever seen it, I feel like it's too dry for me. But I love how they give an option of doing flat egg noodles. And the last time I had it on Tuesday, it was the bomb. Mmm. Mm. I think I've fallen in love with egg noodle, guys, because it holds so much flavor, and especially in this soup base, it's like a wonton pork kind of base, and it goes so well with the taste of eggs. Mmm. I am gonna need the noodles to kind of soak up the soup a little bit more because it is coming off a little bland, but I barely let it sit. I just like ate it right away. All right, so here is a wonton. I love wontons so much, guys, especially ones that are placed in soup, because you can imagine that each bite just has bursts of amazing flavor. Whew. All right, so it needs to sit. So here are fried fish balls, and I just want to go into them while I wait for the soup to kind of, you know, blend together. And here I believe is sweet and sour sauce. It already looks like. Yeah, on Tuesday I got these shrimp and crab fried balls as well, and I actually ordered it with this order today, but they forgot it. So I just have these balls, but I'm sure these are awesome. So chewy. I freaking stabbed myself in the throat just now with the chopstick. I do taste the noodles soaking up the more flavor. That was a meatball. I love meatballs. So I did want to talk about the other day a little bit. I was gonna do an advice column today, but I think I'll do that on the next video because I feel like there's a lot to learn in what I went through. That was actually the second time that I failed and didn't, I failed to double check to see if the video was actually recording, and I would go through and eat nearly the whole entire thing, and then it would be like an amazing video just to see that it wasn't recording. And I was so upset, dude. I remember, like, I think I sat on my bed for like 5 minutes. Like, I was like, what the F? Like, really? And I'm just like, and I kind of did get angry at myself because this is the second time, you know, I should have learned. But I know because I don't really have, like, I have to go to work right after this. So sometimes I rush if it takes so long, if the delivery takes so long. So I don't pay attention. But I think I'd much rather be a little bit late for work than to miss a whole video and just eat all that for nothing, really. And I was really uncomfortable at work because I was so full, but then it made me even kind of more upset. So what I just put in was like chili oil with chili flakes, and together they just make, they just add such a nice color to the soup, and it adds this spice that I love. Do you guys see that color? I love that orange, like it's called satay color. So this happened on June 17th, and then it's funny because we are currently in Mercury retrograde. So a lot of things go wrong when the moon goes into retrograde, and it's funny because one of the few things that we kind of need to make sure during this time, it's going to be in retrograde from June 18th, which is yesterday, until July 12th. I'm not an expert in retrogrades at all, but when it happens, when we're in it, I try to really look into it so I can avoid any mishaps that could be prevented. So it's funny that it happened the day before, because one of the biggest things to do during this time is to double check everything. Like, a lot of mistakes can happen if we're just, you know, going through life. And so it's, what was it saying? It was saying to double check your emails, your texts before you send it to people, like especially if it's like important, your boss or whatever. And then to also double check your work if you're still in school and then you're gonna turn in an assignment. So double check everything. I guess that's one of the things. All right, big bite. So good. Let me see if the fish ball tastes better in the soup. I felt like it did because these aren't as juicy as I thought they would be. So this, I believe, is liver. And for those who don't like liver, or, you know, don't really know what it is, or are scared of it, you should just skip through this part. Oh my gosh. It's so much more tough today than it was the other day. Oh my gosh. I need to work on my slurping skills, guys. It is lacking right now. It is so so spicy and rich right now. So I'm gonna take a break and drink some water. I have some ginger tea in here actually. Ginger tea, when I say ginger tea, I just mean water infused with ginger, just because I need to build my immunity and my digestion because lately it just feels like no bueno. I'm actually very glad that I love the taste of ginger, especially ginger tea. It honestly just warms my soul, but some people would not like that. All right, so what else was I saying into retrograde, into this Mercury retrograde? So this is the time, like during this month, you might see a lot of past relationships or past friendships, stuff from your past starting to come back into your life. And then, you know, this is the time where you need to reflect and see what's good for you, what you want. Like if it, most of the time, I think, you know, I think they just come back to teach you a lesson. But, you know, people do change. So take it with a grain of salt. And also during this time, it is said that a lot of your childhood trauma or issues are going to be brought back up to the surface. So this is the time to really dig deep and maybe heal those wounds that you've had in the past. So I'm like afraid of that because I'm like, oh no. And it sucks because it doesn't suck. I mean, I'm trying not to think of retrograde as a bad thing, even though a lot of people, when they hear that, when it's that time, everyone's like, oh no, it's about to get crazy and difficult. So, but I'm actually gonna, I think during this time, I think it'll be revolutionary for us to, it's like the perfect time to make good changes. So It says, and it said that the signs that will be most affected by this retrograde would be Aries, Gemini, and Virgo. And I have all three in my big three. So the big three is your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. And my sun sign is an Aries, my moon sign is Gemini, and my rising sign is Virgo. So when I read that, I was like, are you freaking for real? Like, no breaks. But I'm actually excited, you know, like every difficult thing brings a lot of good change if you work towards that. So, all right, another big bite. Okay. This is definitely chicken. I've been having trouble picking out what meat is what. Oh, my nose is running. The wontons are so freaking good. I might just take a bite of half so you guys can see what's inside. These are pork wontons. I have to say the chicken is a little dry, so I don't know if I'll be eating it. I don't like dry meat. Oh my god, I'm joking. I'm almost done. So chewy. Okay, water. I need some water. All right, so just imagine that the mukbang I did the other day, I had a bowl of this and I had another bowl of rice noodles. I think it was like a duck or house special rice noodle. So I had duck and all this other stuff in it. And I had two big bowls of these, and I think I just ate half of both because that's equivalent to eating one. And then, yeah, I'm glad I didn't do it again today because I felt like it was kind of a waste of food, and I hate wasting food. Okay, I didn't eat any of the jalapenos. Excuse me. I'm gonna save them. So, yeah. Like I was saying, during this time, if you find that old lovers, old friends are starting to contact you, just know that it's Mercury retrograde. And I should have read into it more, but I just read, you know, all your underlying problems that you may have repressed will be coming back up. So it's gonna be very difficult, and I don't know why I'm telling you guys so you guys will know, but I'm actually like reminding myself to like stay strong because I'm nervous, dude. I'm like, okay, so let's get into the rating. I'm pretty full. I don't want to overeat like I did last week, and plus my appetite's been kind of like off, but I feel like ate a good amount. So I rate this meal as a whole maybe about like a 3.5, because I have to say these fish balls are subpar. Like they are fried. You can tell they're fried because of the outer of the batter, but there's no crisp. It's tough, it's dry. So yeah, no bueno for me. And it's better when you soak it in the soup, but you know, as the appetizer alone, it was not doing it for me. But the soup, I have to give it, I'm gonna give it a 5, you know, but then, you know, together it's a 3.5. The soup has so much flavor. If you guys ever have the chance to try a like wonton soup with egg noodles at a Vietnamese restaurant, go for it. It's so good. It always has so much proteins, and that's how it like compares to pho for those who aren't really sure of the difference. The soup base is different, and there's always different kinds of proteins, which is it's always so yummy. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Also turn on push notifications, and also remember to double check everything, especially projects. And this is a reminder for me as well, because I need to be making sure that I'm recording before I even sit down and start eating everything. But yeah, double check everything, make sure everything's on point before sending it out to the world. I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.